It's already March and only a few days remain until winter ends and the flowers begin to bloom again. Time truly flies. I had huge plans for this year. After making a lot of progress last year, I thought this is going to be my year finally, because I also thought that I found my purpose and where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, but things honestly haven't gone according to plan. I was lost for a month, just running in circles, and the approaching spring made me realize that everything is temporary. The seasons are temporary. The friends you spend your time with are temporary, and your identity is temporary as well. This is also where you may struggle to find your purpose, like myself, because you're most likely trying to find something static, a goal you set or a project you do once and never revisit again because you thought you gained clarity once, you can just execute now. But that's just not how it works, because that's pretty contradictory, as you can see. You cannot find something static in an ever-changing world. Your purpose is not something you have or don't have, it's something you're ignoring or not ignoring in the present moment. This also means that no external forces can help you here. I mean, I spent the last month basically just watching YouTube videos and waiting for inspiration to strike basically, or a new business model to emulate like I used to do it last year. But this didn't help me at all, again because I tried to find my answers in something external, but the key to your answer, or the key in general, lies within. But what does turning inward even mean? Generic self-improvement advice is suggesting that you just change your mindset and start with the first step to achieving your goals. But what if you have no goals? What if you feel that lost that nothing really appeals to you? That's where I found myself, at least. It was pretty heavy because I saw a lot of people on social media just chasing their dreams, creating something they truly wanted to create. And I sat there with basically nothing. Although I thought I found myself, you know. And this means that ultimately you just have to start solving problems. In the most basic sense, a business is just solving problems for someone in exchange for money. So to reach my full potential, I basically have to address the problems that are right in front of me that I was ignoring for a long time now. I basically have to level up my problem solving skills again so I can get to better and more sophisticated problems I can solve. For example, are you overweight? If yes, then might consider going to the gym for once a week. That would be your first step. Or do you consume too much content? Then limit your exposure to social media with third-party apps, for example. And don't get me wrong here, this could take years, even decades of your time, but it's definitely worthwhile pursuing. The persistence here will show you new problems you can solve, and that's where you basically level up the skill. You find new problems and new problems reveal themselves, and then you can solve them. And keep in mind that you cannot skip any steps here, because if you try to solve problems that are not matching your skill level, then you will inevitably fall back to the problems you ignored earlier. Problems make life exciting, and that's also why you have to learn how to love solving them. Because as you solve better problems and you fall in love with the process, you also get to know better solutions, and these solutions can turn into a business. Since you're likely not the only person with this particular issue. As you can see, obtaining a blueprint is basically impossible here, because we are fundamentally different as persons and our problems as well. That's a good thing. Because if everyone would be the same, you would only see dropshippers on YouTube. I mean, there are people actually just imitating what others are doing, but that's not bad because they kind of get to know business in a sense, but they have to level up and they have to get out of this phase where they just listen to the advice of other people. They have to express themselves and go within at a specific point in time as well. And this makes 90% of the advice you get online pretty damn useless, because they don't apply to your situation. If you're just randomly consuming self-improvement content, that's a waste of your time. Only mindful consumption, where you already encountered a problem and you're trying to solve it with a YouTube video, for example, will be beneficial for your growth. For now, solving your problems is your only purpose in life, until you reach a point where your life's work makes itself obvious. As you solve problems, a direction will clarify, and you realize what problems you like to solve and what activities you enjoy. And the more time you invest into these particular skills or activities, the more driven you will be. Passion won't come from watching YouTube videos and it will just click in somehow. It will come as you put more time and effort into a specific skill. You can basically draw an analogy from the gym, for example. People come to the gym because they are heartbroken and because they want to look good, but they stay because they enjoy what they do and they enjoy lifting heavy weights and the energy you got afterwards. They come for something superficial, but stay for something deep. So your answers won't really come in form of spoken words or in YouTube videos. You have to dive deep into your soul and feel this deep sense of knowing. I can't explain it to you because it's meant to be experienced, and you will know what I mean if you experienced it once. Life is confusing and you'll often feel overwhelmed, but that's a sign of growth essentially. You'll feel like quitting after years and years of failure, but you need that failure because failure is teaching you a lesson. And as long as you don't learn that lesson, you won't step up and level up your game. It's a really challenging path and it's certainly not for everyone, but me personally, I can't think of a more worthwhile endeavor than trying to realize your own potential. Your attention is high in demand right now. Everyone wants to steal it from you, and focus is basically a cheat code in a distracted world. And I hope this video helped you to recalibrate your focus so you can actually learn lessons in your life and succeed. That's everything I wanted to say. Make sure you don't subscribe and you close off YouTube after watching this video. I kiss your heart.